Grindtime on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here are your hosts, Peter and Anthony.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Grindtime. Pete Sane with you on a Thursday, I believe. I think it's right. We had the Memorial Day holiday, so my days are all messed up, but I think it's Thursday, pretty sure. You doing all right, Anthony Sane?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. What's going on with you, baby?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Uh-oh.
There he is. Put the microphone
What happened,
close to you, y'all.
What did I do? Hold on.
I don't know what just happened there, but
Hold on.
Darian, you're good?
What's going on, brother? How you doing? It is a beautiful Thursday, by the way, so I'm with
It
you.
is, well, I don't
I had
know.
all the wrong
it's a
music queued up yesterday. I had to remember. I was
It's a little cloudy, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna be all right now. All right, we have a lot to discuss today. I do want to start the show with a bit of sad news for us here in the Flynn family, with a coworker of ours, a guy who worked behind the scenes, and some of y'all may have heard his voice from time to time or seen him. Certainly if you were around the station, you saw him, and I've known him for a long, long time. Brian White, who was part of our tech team and kind of, helped us sort a lot of the internet stuff out, and, was kind of just did a ton of that sort of thing and really helped things move along. Passed away yesterday, and just a very quick thing and a real surprise, but great guy, and man, just a real bummer. I don't know if you ever got to. I don't know, Anthony. Did you ever get to meet Brian? Did you ever know Brian?
I never met him. No.
Real good guy, and problem solver. Just a helpful guy, gentle guy. One of the most good-natured people. And around the station, man, there's some people that are nice, and some people, maybe you might catch them in the wrong mood and something. But he was always in a great mood, and always really helpful, and no matter what he had to deal with. So, it really sucks, and send condolences and all the best wishes to Amber and his kids, and just just an awful thing. So I hate to start with bad news, but there's really no other way to do it for those of us here at the Flynn family of stations, and Brian was a big part of things, and he will certainly be missed. So I hope everybody's doing okay out there. Anthony Sane, we got a busy show today. We got Rob Fisher coming up next segment. We got Dustin Starr, and a lot to talk about in the world of wrestling too.
Oh yeah,
we're going to talk to Dustin coming up. Some good old fashioned behind the scenes stuff, which I always like to get into the dirt sheets, as if you will, the dirt sheets, if you will.
Dirty stuff out there.
We're going to talk a little bit about that coming up on the program. So if you want to join us, you can. The AutoZone listener line is open for business, as the American Dream, Dustin Rhodes used to say, open for business at 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. You can call, you can text, you can chat with us if you're watching on a streaming platform of some sort. Chat away. We love to hear from you via the chat. So all of that is out there. We're going to talk some unsurprising news. We got the NBA Finals tonight. We'll talk a little surprising news as Lester Quinones staying in the draft.
Yep. Penny's got some work to do.
Staying away from Memphis.
Then try to call out Steven Johnson
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, didn't work out. Didn't work out for him.
Don't do that.
No. I hate it when guys try that stuff. So we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Anthony Sane.
You called
day
my name,
okay?
You didn't say nothing else. My day is good, but I have a really bad headache.
Uh-oh. Is it because of
probably some allergy stuff, probably some weather change, probably some dehydration.
Taekwondo Thursday?
That's today, but I don't stress about it. It's like kind of feels like an allergy thing. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably a little dehydration in there too. So.
let's get you some water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some.
Get some fluids. Let's get that IV, Darian. Let's get that IV in so Sane can keep rolling through.
He needs some V8
our broadcast.
That's what you need. V8.
The pickle juice.
straight up
Smith
V8.
was it? Yeah.
I'll take the pickle juice. I can do that.
Pickle juice right there. I think that's fantastic. So, all right. Let's start with the breaking news today, and the most obvious news of all time. Jeff Van Gundy had COVID. I tried to tell y'all.
You said it.
It was the most obvious diagnosis. I'm no doctor, and I have no PCR tests or anything like that. But I know when a man has COVID,
What he does.
and that man had COVID. And sure enough, ESPN has. I don't know if they've officially announced it, but he will not be on the broadcast because he's got COVID. Why was he on the broadcast before? A lot of questions to be answered there. Anyway, he's not going to be on the broadcast. Woj has COVID as well.
Who?
Woj.
For real?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, boy. You know?
When I had it, did y'all know I had it when I had it?
You weren't. You didn't sound like Jeff Van Gundy. I can tell you that.
I had to walk.
I mean, this man sounded like he'd been huffing exhaust for about 10 years before he comes on the air. Like, just get that man some medicine.
So I didn't. I remember. Yeah, I didn't really think he had it though when I heard it, but I was like, well, that sounds kind of COVID-ish. But yeah.
I mean, it was
so. Glad he's got post-diagnosed on it.
It was so obvious. It was so obvious. And again, I genuinely am. I'm baffled how they decided that he should be on that broadcast.
You got to get his
like
money.
Surely, but it's not up to him. They should have said, hey, because on these broadcasts, you don't just rock up and throw on the headset and you're ready to go. You do some mic checks, you do some recording and things.
Oh yeah.
Go, hey Jeff, give us that mic check. It. Hey man, 1, 2, 3. The NBA, the Eastern Conference. Oh, Jeff, you know what, buddy?
Hey, sound like you got COVID. Man.
Hey, let's just take this one off, okay, bud? We'll take care of you. You brought in Mark Jones, bring in whoever. Whoever's around. Who's the nearest guy that can get there? Hell, use the ESPN copter. Chopper in whoever needs to be choppered in.
But maybe he felt like he could go, man. That man.
Richard Jefferson's on the chopper. Let's go. I mean, I don't care what he felt like. You can't do that. The man's broadcast partner is missing because of COVID, and he's been sitting next to him for months. And then he comes out sounding like that. There's no testing. That's just a nope.
Oh man!
Even if he didn't have COVID, you just can't even bring him out sounding like that because you're just going to look completely stupid. If he does turn out to have COVID,
yeah, it brings
which he does.
Speculation. All COVID speculation is going.
Oh my God! I mean, I know. Listen, I know people are out here wilding out in these COVID streets. I know that everyone is just basically done with it. Doesn't matter what anything said. Doesn't matter. Everyone's just done with it. So I get all that, and that's the way that's the way you want to do it. I guess it's up to you, but man, when you represent a major corporation, you out here infecting everybody. It's man, they better hope nobody gets real sick off of that. Or there's going to be some significant lawsuits coming.
Yeah, I can see it.
So tonight it's going to be Mark Jones and Mark Jackson on the broadcast. Mark Jones and Mark Jackson. 281-330-8004.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit Mark Jones up on the low.
Good job, Pete. The more I try to doubt you, man, you are awesome.
Don't doubt.
Look at
that. He's ready for it. Shout out to Miss Carolyn, man. We just turned this man out. Shout out to Miss Carolyn.
Man, so Mark Jones is going to be talking. Mark Jones and Mark Jackson. That is just. I'm not so sure about that. that booth.
I'm super out.
Mark Jones is fine. I got no problem. Mark Jones is fine. He's an OG. He's been around forever. He's
Hey, y'all, it could be worse. Y'all can have Ryan Rucco. right?
Boy, that's true. That's true. That would be worse. Jones is fine. It's more just the fact that we're going to get a whole lot of Mark Jackson. And not even a little bit of – Van Gundy has his moments, but, at least he keeps you away from hearing Mark Jackson so much. But, we're going to need that second broadcast more than ever, where they got – I think C.J. McCollum and whoever else is on that second broadcast of the finals. We're going to need to hook that one up. It's going to be time to flip over to that one because that main one is going to be a hard listen. Oh, boy.
Am I the only person who thinks that it's cringe to hear Mark Jackson covering Warriors games? It seems it's
Mark Jackson.
They intentionally put him on there, but it's kind of a played out gimmick at this point.
Well, it's been too long. It doesn't even. I don't know. It's been forever. It doesn't even. Does it?
But it's clear. It's clearly intentional, that they have him on the Warriors.
I guess, but it's mostly just because they have so many Warriors games. And the Warriors are always. I think it's pretty much just a normal. But honestly, I don't know. To me, it's. I don't even think they play that up anymore. And I think even he's kind of. It's been how long has it been? A decade almost.
Yeah.
So it's
2012, right? 14, 13.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
So y'all don't think
they
played it? Y'all don't think they're intentionally still trying to play it up? It does seem like that to me, but all right, I'm with it.
No, I think it's just coincidence because of the fact that they have so many Warriors games and they're the national TV and all that stuff. So that's
fourth quarter. How about the pump fake and mama? There goes that man.
Yeah, I don't want to see that ever again.
No, it's going to be too much of that.
A lot of that tonight.
Somebody please hire this. Somebody please hire Mark Jackson.
Hand down. No one's going to hire this. No one's going to hire him. Man. Hand down, man down. 281-330-8004. And Mark Jones up on the low. Because Klay Thompson about to blow on the NBA Finals on the ABC. Oh, God.
on ABC.
There it is, folks.
It was some Mark Jackson bit we did. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, because we got
Seems like it's been a lot of them.
Jason Tatum. Oh, St. Louis finest. I'm from the Lou and I'm proud. Oh,
that was the best one.
Mommy, yeah.
What's happening now?
That was the best one. He's from St. Louis. I'm from the Lou.
Mark Jackson.
My style's raw.
From the Golden Arches to the Golden Gate.
That's right. That's right. The Gateway Arches. Look at the arc on that shot. It looks like the Gateway Arch.
I can't wait. Let's get it.
I got one for you. In today's game, where everyone's shooting a three, Jason Tatum says, "I need two pair with the mid-range." Shout out to St. Louis.
Man, those writers got to be waiting on the night, man.
Drop down and get your eagle on, Jason.
There you go. Drop down and get your eagle on, Jason. Yeah, you're flying now.
I got pros in different area codes.
Oh,
there we go.
That's ludicrous, but that's.
Oh wait, I'm ludicrous. I'm so sorry. Luda.
You almost forgot what he's like. I like that shot, Jason Tatum. I like it where you do that right there. Right there.
I like it. Right there.
Let down your hair.
It's gonna be. We're gonna
he's
just have
gonna
to deal
drop
with
all the greatest hits tonight, man. You know that
because there's nobody else. There's no there's no Van Gundy. There's nobody else to to regulate what he's doing. So it's just gonna be straight.
Speaking of regulate. So. It was a cold black. What do you say? It was a cool black.
It was a clear white moon.
Warren G was on
Mark Jackson was on the street trying to consume.
Actually, he was on the streets in Memphis. Actually,
man,
he was in the streets of Memphis trying to consume some skirts for the
East. At the east side of the LBC.
Yeah, and if
your ass should try to find.
Say Mark
Mr. Larry B. That's a Larry B. O'Brien trophy.
2-1-3 had to regulate. I was in Memphis trying to get some skirts for the E.
And if your ass is a buster, 2-1-3, we'll regulate.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, tonight is gonna be a Mark Jackson greatest hits.
Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you want buckets, sit back and observe. I do.
Yeah.
Slap a gang of Celtics over there on the curb. Now, Ime got the freaks, and that's a known fact.
Before
Jeff got COVID, I was on the same track.
Before we got with Halle Berry, he was on the same track.
That's right. Back up, because it's on.
I'm looking forward to it.
JVG and me.
But
Mark to the G.
But boy, I can't. What's his name? IME.
IME.
You don't spell it?
IME.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun stuff, man. This is gonna be a fun finals, though. I think these finals are gonna be very good.
Warriors in 5, dude.
Nah,
Dude. Watch.
I think I give.
But Mike Breen and the G Child gave Jeff COVID himself. One of them tests was positive as hell. I said, ooh.
I like your side.
I said, my partner's broke down and you seem real nice, Mark Jones. Would you let me ride?
There you go.
That's going to be a fun series, man. On mute. It'll be a fun series on mute.
I'm not
no question
to
about
nothing.
it.
I'm watching it for sure. When are we going to see my boy with the bang? What game is he calling?
That's
Breen,
baby.
Yeah,
That's
Breen is still, he's the play-by-play guy. He's
Sunday,
still
right?
finishing up his protocols. So I would assume he's going to be back Sunday because they were thinking he might be back tonight, but he is not cleared protocol officially, so he would be back Sunday, I think, for Game 2. So Mark Jones is going to be on the call.
Bang.
Is there anything more deflating to hear him say bang after Steph Curry or Warriors 3?
Bang!
Like, you could be down 1 with 10 minutes left. Oh, we lost. Like, Mike Breen just sealed the deal. We lost. But, yeah, he's –
I mean, the bang is fantastic.
we lost.
Or bango. It's not quite – I don't know. What's better, bang or bango?
Which one is I think bang is better.
Bang is better, but hand down, man down is good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not. It is really not.
Good, man.
It's
When is that?
Played out. Played out. Hand down, man down. Ugh.
It's a part of the greatest hits. It's the first track on the greatest hits.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm.
Mask down, man down.
Oh my God! I'm gonna tell you what I'm tired of hearing. I think Shaq started this, the others thing.
That's
for
the
role
thing,
players.
though. But that's the thing, though.
It really grinds my.
Why?
I don't know why.
That's
just
the
don't.
thing,
It
though.
just bothers me to hear the others.
That's what you're gonna need to win if you're Boston. You're gonna need Pritchard.
Can we call them something other than the others, though?
That's
is
what
role
they
players
are.
Not definitive enough.
That's what they are, though, dude. The others.
I'd be ready to fight Shaq if you call me an other. Like, no, man. I'm
They're
good.
the others, man.
Who are the others in this series?
For lack of the better words, all of my brethren in this room, we're the others.
Who?
That work this room. We're the others.
No, y'all are the producers. Y'all have a very defined name. I'm not gonna call you an other.
We're the others, man. We gotta make threes, man. I gotta make threes.
Twos and
And
threes.
I gotta bring the magic and the music and all that good
You
stuff.
gotta be ready in the corner.
Yeah, man.
when
The
Peter,
others.
me and Peter kick it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Like was it PJ Tucker or something. Man.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. That's how
Jackson.
it works.
Steve
Oh, man, I don't know. This is gonna be a it's a very interesting series, man, and we'll talk about it with Fish probably when we come back. But we got some thoughts. I got some thoughts on this besides the Mark Jackson thoughts. We got some thoughts on this. We'll discuss when we come back. Again, joining us will be Rob Fisher. We got Dustin Stark coming up later on. So a busy Thursday show here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you have nightmares about your finances? Are you struggling to save for emergencies? Are you wanting to buy a home and not sure how to get the funds to do so? Well, it's time to get a handle on your finances with a personalized session with Nicasia, your money coach and certified personal financial counselor with Tate Enterprise. She is available to help you create your vision of financial freedom. It all starts by booking your session today at NicasiaTate.com. That's NAKASIA Tate.com.
I'm here with Kyle Storms from Big Green Egg. Kyle, I hear people all the time say how they love their Big Green Egg, but what makes a Big Green Egg so great?
Thanks, Stats. The fact that our grill is made out of the highest quality ceramic allows our customers to smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill all while locking in the most amount of heat and flavor in their favorite foods.
What kind of fuel does the Big Green Egg use?
100% natural lumpwood charcoal. That's really where half our flavor comes from.
How many sizes does the Big Green Egg come in?
We have 7 different sizes and all different configurations ranging from metal stands, wood tables, and metal carts with a lifetime warranty. So we really do have a size and price point for everyone.
Where can someone go to see the entire lineup of Big Green Egg?
Garden Spas and Pool, Germantown Hardware, Hamilton's Fireplace and Grills, East Memphis Ace, and Cordova Ace Hardware.
Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine is celebrating their 35th year. Come in today and choose from a big selection of tequilas, vodkas, and over 70 different single malts. Bourbon whiskey fans will find over 200 bourbons and whiskeys from around the world, along with wines from every region for all you wine enthusiasts. Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine, 146 Highway 72, Suite 102 in Collierville. It's next to Captain John's Barbecue. Open every day, including Sundays from 10 to 7 for football and all sports fans. Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine, celebrating 35 years with you.
In the alley since 1948, the world-famous Rendezvous. John, it's so good to see everything kind of getting back to normal.
Brett, we've done a lot of ads before, but maybe it's time for me to do a recap. We have valet parking at the end of our alley on Monroe. On Fridays and Saturdays, we give away our wonderful red beans and rice until it runs out. And you know we like to do things local. Miss Barbara Jackson of O Taste and See has been making these wonderful chess and pecan pies, that's pecan, not pecan, and key lime pies for dessert. And we just started serving this wonderful gelato from Sweet Magnolia Gelato Company. And just to remind everybody, you don't eat cheese and sausage with a knife and fork. You take a cracker, you put sausage on it, you put a piece of cheese on it, a little mustard or a little sauce, take a bite and chase it with the pickle. Brett, we've always been the place for all gatherings, whether they're corporate, rehearsal dinners, retirement parties, birthday parties, whatever. We seat anywhere from 20 people to 250 people. And oh, by the way, we are now open for lunch from 11 o'clock on Tuesday through Saturday. Come see us at the Rendezvous.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Are you considering replacing your heating and air conditioning system this spring? Good news, it's Carrier Cool Cash Days at Conway Services. Receive up to a $1,550 instant rebate toward the purchase of select Carrier Infinity systems. If you happen to need 2 new systems, that'd be up to a $3,100 instant rebate. If that's not enough, we'll include an April air cleaner, a 10-year parts warranty, and a free Nest thermostat. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
This is such a weird song.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Is that what I think it is? For the love of God! Bro, I'm kind of looking forward to Dustin's segment.
Do what?
I'm kind of looking forward to Dustin's segment because that pipe bomb for last night, I got my new favorite wrestler. Like,
Ooh,
come on
now. Wee!
I got my new favorite. You know, I like a good heel with a mouthpiece, man. That's
I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, so let's talk to our good friend Rob Fisher, who joins us now. We always talk wrestling with Rob Fisher.
Bring him out.
Rob Fisher, how you feeling on the NBA Finals day? Did you surprised you didn't get the call to do the broadcast with Mark Jones after the COVID going
Rob,
through
do you have COVID?
Broadcast?
No, I'm good. I got a little cold.
Oh no,
but not COVID. Not COVID. Just a little allergy.
How you know?
Problem.
Yeah, how do you know? Are you sure?
That's what I'm going with.
I think we're always like, man, I'm like, whatever I got, I ain't getting tested. So that's kind of where the country's whatever this is. Like,
listen, I got tested the other day. I'm negative, so I can assure you that I'm negative. So.
I've got tested enough. I'm tired of being
fatigued.
tested.
Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy it, but I did get tested, and I'm negative. So
Rob Peter comes in the other day. He's like, XYZ. I'm like, Peter, I don't give a crap. Thank you. I appreciate. I love you, brother. I love
Peter,
you.
I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay a lot for this muffin.
No, that's exactly right. Very, very Mark Jackson of you.
Oh yeah. That's right. Mask down, man down. Everybody knows that. All right.
Mask down, man down.
Match down. Don't hate, don't mandate.
That's right. No mandates. That's right.
No.
In every sense of the word.
Jason Tate.
He's against mandates. I can assure you, in every sense of that.
Come on, man.
Particular
Oh,
situation.
God. Oh, God. It's out of bounds. It's out of bounds.
I just
It's out of bounds.
well, it's just what it is. So that's just how he is. That's his deal. So
Oh, man.
anyway, who do you like? Who do you like tonight? And who do you like in the series?
I like the Warriors. I just think they got answers for everything. And, we could talk about how good Boston's defense is, but that's how good Golden State's defense has been too. And I just think that offensively, the way that they move the basketball, the options that they have offensively, I just think they'll have enough answers for Boston. I look at it as a series. If Golden State can get to 100, I think they can win. And there's no doubt in my mind they can get to 100. I expect a quick series. The experience as well, I think is huge for Golden State, and they're playing their best. They're as healthy as they've been all season long. They seems like they'll have everybody back. So I just like Golden State. I think they're in a good position right now, just health-wise more than anything. While Boston's gone through some health issues, and just everything they can do offensively, I think they'll just have an answer. So. Looking forward to it. It's been a few days and get back out there, and I think it'll be a good series. Good to see the Celtics in there after, what they've done since the 25-25 start, and first time they've been in the finals in 12 years, and Golden State trying to keep their dynasty alive and keep it going at least another time. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing some basketball again.
Rob, oftentimes you define a series as far as who will win based on who you think the best players are on the court. How would you rank who would you rank as the top 5 players in this series, and in what order? Take your time.
I guess I'd go Steph, probably 1. Tatum 2. 3's interesting. I don't know. I'd probably go Draymond 3 just because of his impact that he has on the team. Mm-hmm. His numbers won't be crazy, but I think the impact he makes both offensively and defensively for Golden State is huge. So I'd go him 3, maybe Jaylen Brown 4, and Clay 5.
I'm not mad.
Okay, I like that theoretically. I like that. What have we learned from how much impact do you think the coaching battle has in a series like this, and who would you give that edge to?
I guess Kerr, just because of the experience more than anything, with Udoka being in his first year. But heck, guys got to be given some credit. I mean, again, after a 25-25 start to go 26-6 the rest of the way, to have the best defense in the league the rest of the way, to change things like he did. So, I mean, I think you got to give him a lot of credit to do what they've done in the playoffs as far as winning on the road and winning big games on the road. And, the path they've had to take this postseason has been very difficult, going up against the Brooklyn team that was a favorite going into that series and swept them out of the playoffs, and then to go against the defending champions and to win on their home floor in a must-win situation in Game 6, and then to win a Game 7 in Miami. I think that Udoka needs to be given a lot of credit for what he's done, but again, that experience, and you don't, it's weird whenever you talk about experience. You don't get the experience until you actually have the experience. So, so I don't know if that's always fair, but Kerr's just had so much experience. The continuity of not only you, the head coach, but the players on that team having that experience, I think I'd give the edge to Kerr for sure, only because he's done it. And Udoka, we haven't seen it yet, him just being in his first season. So I'd give the advantage to Kerr, but I don't know. I don't know how much of an advantage that really is, because
Kerr
Udoka's
himself,
done a great
Kerr
job.
won it his first year. Kerr won his championship his first season. Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be good to see.
Yeah, so I'd say advantage Kerr, but I don't think it's the difference in the series is the coaching matchup.
How much of an impact do you see a guy like Andrew Wiggins having in this particular series, as opposed to the huge series he had, where some people were saying that he could have easily been the series most valuable player? How do you see Andrew Wiggins affecting this series in the finals?
Well, if he keeps doing what he's doing, it'll have a huge effect. I mean, he's played like an all-star, which he was this year. So, I think he can have an effect. I think Golden State, the secret to their success is just having, the team, everyone playing well, everyone playing their roles, and Wiggins played his role perfectly. I mean, Kevon Looney's played his role perfectly. Otto Porter, is not going to put up great numbers, but when he's been on the floor, what he's been able to add, Kuminga hasn't really gotten that much of an opportunity, but everybody, it seems, there are other guys, who just step up and play their roles, and I think Wiggins is just playing his role really well. When given the opportunity, he's taking advantage and he's making things happen. So I would expect him to have an impactful series, because I think everyone on Golden State's been impactful. The way that they move the ball, everybody's going to eat. And when Wiggins is able to eat, Wiggins has been able to score. So I give him a lot of credit for what he's done so far this postseason, and I would expect it to continue in the series. Why not? I think that's Golden State basketball, the way that they're able to get everyone involved and guys making an impact. And I think Wiggins will be able to do that again. We talk about all those, and heck, Poole. I mean, Poole's the other guy. I mentioned some other guys before, but Poole, another guy who you just expect him to make an impact, just because the Warriors play such great team basketball. It's beautiful to watch the way that they move the ball around, and when guys get their opportunities right now, they're at least taking advantage of it. And I would expect that to happen in this series.
What do you think has been the lessons to be learned for the Grizzlies in their offseason by looking at these teams? I mean, they're to the point now where these are the teams. Warriors presumably aren't going anywhere for the next 3 or 4 seasons at least, I would think. You would expect the Celtics, they're similarly young. Who knows what happens with expansion down the line. Maybe the Grizzlies end up in the Eastern Conference, have to deal with the Celtics, or maybe they stay in the West, have to deal with the Warriors. What have they learned in terms of how they best handle these situations?
Yeah, I think, every year you learn things, and I thought last year was a great learning experience based on, what it takes to win playoff basketball, what it takes to put yourself in position to have a better seed entering playoff basketball. I think the Grizzlies did a much better job this year because of the playoffs last year of being a team that took regular season seriously and every game being important and every game having meaning, even if it's a Tuesday in February against Cleveland. Game has meaning. And I think that was a big lesson that they learned last year. This year, the biggest takeaway I took from this postseason, and I think you certainly see it like in the Miami-Boston series as well, what you have to play through. Being prepared to play 100 games instead of just the 82-game grind. Having your body prepared to play 100 games. Having to play through pain. I mean, I think you look up and down the Grizzlies roster, and Steven Adams with his ankle, Desmond Bane with his back, Dylan Brooks with his hamstring, John Morant with his knee, Jaren Jackson with his hip. I mean, everybody had some sort of ailment during the postseason that to be a champion, things have to fall your way to be a championship contender. In safety, health has to fall your way to be a championship contender. But I think also the thing you learn this year is what can you tolerate? What do you have to play through? And I think the Grizzlies learned that lesson this year of what you actually have to play through to be a championship contender and what sort of pain you have to play through and what that threshold is going to be to play through. I think that's something that was big this year for the Grizzlies. Something learned was, hey, everybody's going to be hurt this time of year. Who sustains it the best?
Do you think there's a lot of talk about Steph Curry and how his legacy will be affected by these finals, like the need for him to be finals MVP and all these things? I think this would be his 4th championship, if I'm not mistaken, if they win this one. Do you think that stuff matters, or is it all just overblown?
I don't. I don't think it matters. I think his legacy is pretty secure. Is maybe the greatest shooter to ever play the game, and a champion. I mean, a multi-champion, and arguably the best player on all of those championship teams, with maybe the exception of KD for the time that KD was there. But I think that I think his legacy is set. I mean, does it look better on the Wikipedia page if he's a playoff MVP, finals MVP? Sure. But I think when you're talking about his legacy and you're talking about top players of all time, I don't think a playoff MVP is necessary for Steph Curry for his legacy. I mean, he may not have been the finals MVP because Kevin Durant was. Andre Iguodala won a finals MVP. Right. And that certainly could have been Steph Curry. I think if Golden State wins the series, he is the likely favorite to be the MVP because that narrative is out there. But, you know, I mean, what if Klay Thompson comes in and has a great, you know, instead of having one great game in the series, has, you know, 6 great games in the series, and all of a sudden he's the MVP because Steph's getting double-teamed and trapped all the time. Steph's impact is valuable. Steph's impact on the floor, if he's not the finals MVP, could probably still get the finals MVP. I don't think it matters. I don't think it mattered to Kobe's legacy that he only won one MVP. I mean, I think people believe he's an MVP type player, and that's just an anomaly, a crazy statistic that he only won one time. I think the same can be said with Steph Curry. It's crazy he hasn't won in finals MVP. If he doesn't, I don't think it matters. I really don't.
Well, and I think some of these legacy awards that we've talked about, and, you know, I don't know, it's still silly that, you know, so many of these awards, all NBA and stuff, have major financial impacts on these guys, and there's no reason that media should have any involvement in any of that stuff. I mean, it shouldn't affect, you know, any of our votes shouldn't affect whether, you know, John Morant makes an extra $35 or $40 million or doesn't. I mean, that's not a fair way to handle things.
Right.
Mike, how do you foresee things going though? Warriors and Celtics both have, and more so the Warriors, they have that core group, but then they have the like a small group of young players. You know, obviously Poole has kind of made the jump into the main group, but then you have Kuminga, Moody, James Wiseman if he's ever healthy. How do they incorporate those guys into the mix, or do they end up sacrificing them to extend the run they have with the guys they've got right now?
I think you have to ride this out as long as possible. You have to, and if you have to sacrifice guys, you sacrifice guys. Because the window is still open. I think the window closed a little bit this year, and to me, it closed because I don't look at Golden State as a team that I just fear, and a team that, you know, I think you play Golden State now feeling like they're beatable. I mean, especially if you're a good team. I mean, if you're one of the top 5 teams, I think you play them now not intimidated like maybe you used to be. So the window might be closing just a little, but that window still is open enough for them. You just said it minutes ago. Another 4 years minimum that they can keep that core together and do it. And obviously the money isn't a factor for them. They've gone way over the tax limit for years now, and I imagine they would continue to do that. You know, you can't just make that transition suddenly to all these young guys who are talented, and they do have a handful of guys that you feel like could be talented, because to win you still need a superstar. And so I think you hold on to it as long as you can, especially while you're winning championships, and you got yourself in another position to win a championship this year. So I excuse me.
Oh boy!
Oh Lord!
Oh boy! We're losing them, folks.
Sinus cold.
Yeah,
but
what they all say.
Jeff Van Gundy, folks.
Rob Van Gundy.
To win, you still have to have that star.
Mama, there goes that cough again.
Yeah. And how much room is it for these young guys
to the coffin
to roll?
Sorry, we got completely derailed by that.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. But I'd say keep it going. Keep it going as long as you possibly can. Hang on to it as long as you can.
I can't argue with you. I hope they find a way to screw it up. But it's hard to envision. I don't know if they. I'm not sure they're quite. The light years ahead that Bob Myers famously said those years ago, but they definitely are well positioned to financially pay for what they need, and then they should be in good shape as far as that goes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with those young guys, you went from having Iguodala and Livingston and what's his name, the
Barbosa and those guys.
Yeah, Barbosa. You had a bunch of veterans who really filled out that roster nice, and the young guys have replaced those guys, but they've filled in nicely. So they've done a nice job of figuring out how to fill in guys around their core, and even though they're young, but that transition, heck, we saw it with the Grizzlies. It's tough to let go of what's been so successful. Mm-hmm. And when you do, you better feel like you're in position to, not have to rebuild completely. But, I don't know. You take away those three guys and have all that young talent, I think the Warriors are in the lottery, period, because they don't have a superstar among that group. And maybe Poole's a guy that could elevate to being that guy down the future, but I don't see him as being among the ilk of the other three that we're talking about, the three guys that they have now. So I think you got to ride it as long as possible, especially with Steph. Steph's the biggest difference maker of all.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. All right, so it's tonight. It's the NBA Finals. Fish, give us an update on the NHL playoffs. You've been watching. I have no idea what's going on, but hopefully you can tell me.
Yeah, a couple of high-scoring affairs to start things off. Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers had an 8-6 game the other night, which was entertaining as heck to watch. Avalanche, they look like the best team in the league. They're fast as hell. They fly.
Claude Lemieux, is he still on the team or no?
No, Patrick Roy's gone.
Patrick Waugh, no, he's not. Okay,
and Joe Sakic, those guys are all gone. Forsberg,
Sandis Ozolinsh, is Sandis Ozolinsh around still or no?
Gone. He's gone.
Okay,
no, he's gone.
Okay,
so they got a good young team that's really fast. Oilers have the best player on the ice in Connor McDavid, so it gives them a shot too. So I think that's going to be a good series. Game 2's tonight, and then in the other one, Tampa. Trying to get back to the finals again. They've had an easy road. They were off for 9 days. It looked like it last night as they got beat up by the New York Rangers. And so the Rangers, they're playing on a lot of momentum. They're back for the first time in a long time, and they had a great outing in Game 1. We'll see if they can keep it going in this series. But I like the Lightning, and while Colorado's probably the smart play, I like Edmonton. I just find them to be more entertaining and fun to watch. So I'll go with the Oilers and I'll go with the Lightning. Lightning are going to come back in the series and win it.
The classic Edmonton-Tampa Bay duel. We'll see. I always loved Edmonton because it sounds like
Tampa.
Yes,
yeah.
I always liked Edmonton because it sounds like Edmiston. It's close to that, and so that's Edmonton's right. Always been my favorite team. I enjoy watching Conor McGregor still playing great hockey.
McDavid.
Conor McDavid. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, McDavid. Yeah.
Easy mistake though. Still though, Conor McGregor would be probably good at hockey, I would imagine.
That's right. Oh, and last
he's
night,
little,
missed it, man,
little
because
fella.
it was a 6-2 blowout at the end. We had everybody going at it. We had stinky glove all over the Madison Square Garden. It was great.
Stinky gloves.
Yeah. Where you see the guys just put the glove in the other guy's face, and it's disgusting. Because those gloves just smell like, well.
How come we can fight in hockey? Have we figured this out? Why can't we do this in basketball or in other sports? Why do we get to fight in hockey?
It's changed, though. They don't really fight as much.
Yeah, but they get to scrap constantly. Like every time when I watch, every time I watch, and this is a slight exaggeration, but only slight. But every time I watch, okay, you're going through playing the puck in, dumping it in. Okay, here's a little centering pass, shot, save, and then when the goalie covers up the puck, everyone just
everywhere.
Yeah, just everyone's just in each other's like every time. Come on, it's everybody that lays the ball up. When you lay it up, you don't get to just mill about and face palm each other for like 5 minutes before we start shooting free throws. Like what? Come on, hockey. Right. Why do we get to do that? Get an unsportsmanlike.
On really the fist battles. I mean, you don't see as much where guys just throw down and start throwing punches as much as you used to, but. You still have the scrums and the push in and the stinky glove, throwing the glove in the face and things like that. But not as many fights. So I think it's been cut down a little bit. But man, it's a physical sport. These guys they're physical and they're flying around. They got sticks in their hands. Yeah, they're going to get a little upset with stuff. So they do a little push, but. The beauty is the referees do a good job and the players do a good job of policing it where it doesn't take away time from the game. Like in baseball, when you have the benches empty and the bullpens come out and the benches come out and nothing happens and everybody's just yelling at each other and you've wasted 10 minutes of guys having to go back to their positions, which is ridiculous. At least in hockey, if they want to go, they'll go. In baseball, it's just a bunch of dancing around. Silly.
I agree. I agree with that. Baseball is very silly in many, many ways. I could not agree with you more on that one. All right, he's Rob Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. He's a hockey expert. He's a master of the puck, along with other things as well. Thank you, Rob Fisher. We appreciate you. Get better soon. Hopefully, you'll get through your COVID and you'll be back in the swing of things.
Prayers up, man.
Thanks, man. Thoughts and prayers. Give me thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Yeah.
That's right. Thoughts and indeed prayers as well.
One like each, one prayer.
Prayers and thoughts. Yes.
Yes, prayers and thoughts as well, and also prayers. Thank you, Rob Fisher, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here
Appreciate it, fellas.
on the program. Yes, that's Rob Fisher. We'll come back and continue here. Hour number one, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
You already know you can listen to Sports 56 anywhere with the Sports 56 app or at sports56whbq.com. But you can also watch us daily with live video of all of our shows on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
What is all over you? Is that barbecue sauce?
Yep. Grabbed a rack of ribs from Central Barbecue on the way in.
And what ate them in the car?
I was running kind of late.
Why not? I mean, if you're going to eat in the car while you drive, why not skip the sauce?
Can't skip the sauce, man. Even though Central Barbecue's slogan is smoke is our sauce, I still got to have at least one of their signature sauces.
I can't believe I'm going to ask this. Which sauce did you get?
All of them.
That was going to be my guess.
Yep. Alternated mild, hot, sweet, heat, mustard, and vinegar. Took a few minutes, but totally worth it.
I thought you said you were running late.
That's why I was running late.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code EARN. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a $5 bonus.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
We doing all the Mick Foleys? Is that what we're going for?
There you go. Well, I had those two back to back, so I'm done with Mick after this one.
I thought maybe
had to slide dude love in. Had to slide dude love.
Shout out to Coco Gauff, young teenager from the good old US of A, 18 years old, makes her first Grand Slam final, beating Martina Trevisan in straight sets. She's going to face Iga Swiatek for the championship on Saturday.
Who has won 33 matches in a row, if I'm not mistaken. 34 now.
Yeah.
Now that she's in the finals.
Yes. She's
Step your game up, Sane.
I was just about to say, who y'all talking about?
Step your game up, Sane.
Coco Gauff.
Oh.
Coco Gauff. Look at look at her go. She's awesome, man.
Not only that, she
fan
beat
of
Sloane Stevenson, for the quote unquote culture. Yes, 2
Sloane
days
Stevens,
ago.
wasn't that an actor from Kickboxing the movie?
No, man, female tennis player. She's actually U.S. Soccer. I forget his name. She's married to the U.S. Soccer player. I forget his name.
Yes,
I'll look it up.
Yes.
What is somebody named Sloane Stevens that was an actor for real?
You talking about Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, you think you're Stallone Stevens?
Oh,
that's different.
Sloane Stevens is a black lady?
Yeah. So is Coco Gauff.
What?
Yeah.
We took over. I'd hope that Coco was black.
Yep. Oh, Josie Altidore. That's who it is. She's married to Josie Altidore.
Okay.
Sloane Stevens.
And Josie Altidore. Good for her. All right, let's before we wrap up hour number 1, Lester Quinones.
No.
He's not coming back, Anthony saying.
Yeah. Take back what I said about the Tigers are going to be just as good. This will be Penny's best team. Because
that's on wax, baby.
No, they're going to get the kid from North Carolina, the Kerwin. What's his face? Kerwin Walton coming in.
Go get the NIL and get Caleb Love over here.
See, I was kind of hoping it would be Lester. I said that assuming Lester and DeAndre would both be back.
DeAndre is coming back.
But if you got no Lester, even if you get another wing, you still need another one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk more about it. What's before we talk about the future? Let's talk about the past. What's your favorite Lester Quinones memory?
The little ass shorts.
Do you have a play?
Being absolutely out of bounds.
Do you have a?
Is he gonna have a big legacy?
Big legs.
Big legacy.
Big legs to see. They gonna let him do that to his shorts in the NBA?
I don't think so.
Go get fined, didn't he?
Yeah. What if he just said, "Screw it, I'm getting fined"?
I think he just get fined. I mean,
40% of 80,000 G.
At some point, he would. They would not allow him to play. But I mean, if he wants to waste his money at first, then I guess that's on him. On court, do you have any memories of his legacy that are gonna sustain you during the dark times?
Particular moments, but like seeing him hit the three and do the little guitar thing, it's dope. With the little ass, hoochie daddy shorts on.
Yeah. Okay.
We find out you didn't watch any Tiger game.
You know I didn't watch many.
Yeah,
Pete, I'm begging for a moment. I'm like, give me a moment.
I know. This man's like the time he played the game, the sports.
I
watched
sports enough.
team.
But I mean, what did he do? He was like a quarter three guy. So what can I say? Man, that quarter three against Wichita State. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember him having any just super dope moments.
Anthony saying big Tiger fan, folks. Anthony saying.
What are we talking about?
Disparaging the fine name of Lester Quinones.
The biggest.
It ain't like we talking about a guy who was a highlight reel. He shot quarter threes. What can I say, man? That corner three against
What would happen once he hit those
Georgia
corner
State.
threes? What would happen?
He could do the guitar thing.
No, 4.
Oh yeah, 4. Hey, that man vocal cord is gonna take a break next year. We ain't got nobody that can make threes. Make him be out there.
4-2.
4 a layup. 4 2 free throws coming. Yeah. Give me a throw. Almost. Oh, he can be out there pump faking the 4.
That's right.
Like Jackie Moon. Two fouls.
Yeah, without Lester, man, that kind of changes the game big time. Like they might be borderline bad. They can't get shooting.
We're gonna talk more about it because it was definitely a little bit of a surprise when it happened. So we'll discuss it on the other side. We're going to talk to Dustin Starr. Stick around. Hour number 2 on the way.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Let's talk savings, Mid-South. Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales. I want to go camping, but I can't till I sell more cars. So this month, my sticky situation could be your sweet solution. You could save a ton on a nicer, newer car. The more you spend, the more you save. Been burned by credit before? My For the People credit approval process is sweeter than chocolate. We want to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. So if you want to be a happy camper, stop burning up in a car you hate. Truck on down to DeSoto Auto Sales today. But hurry, this deal's done once I finally go camping. I'm Colin Johnston, your dealer for the people. New cars are arriving daily. See them all at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines actual discount. Offer absolutely expires on June 30th, 2022.
Memphis's oldest restaurant, Colette's, was established in 1923 to give Memphians the best Italian food possible. And after 99 years, I'd say they got it right. They are the creators of the barbecue pizza. It was Elvis's favorite, and I know for a fact that a large will feed one person all weekend. If you need to feed several, though, Colette's caters any event. Choose from homemade lasagna, ravioli, Alfredo, primavera, and so many other delicious items you can't help but enjoy. Impress employees or clients and treat them to Colette's for lunch or dinner. Plan ahead and get your holiday party booked at Colette's. Elvis's favorite place to go eat with his buddies at the South Parkway location, and Colette's even has an Elvis room dedicated to him. Call Colette's on South Parkway at 948-7652 or Appling Road at 383-1122. Colette's. It was Elvis's favorite, and it should be yours too.
simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Ladies and gentlemen. This is he's gonna say it's like the Iron Sheik or something, but it's not.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
That's your theme music. That's you.
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Bum 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 banana banana bum bum banana na na bum bum. All right. Hour number 2 is here. Increasingly rainy, stormy kind of area out here. Everybody be safe. Potential for some flooding in certain areas this afternoon, so y'all be safe. Pete and Sam with you. Doing our thing. We got to talk a little bit about the world of professional wrestling with our good friend Dustin Starr, who joins us each and every Thursday to do that. And Dustin Starr, good afternoon. How are you? And let's get down into it because there's some stuff going on.
Man, there's always some stuff going on, especially this week, man. What are you guys up to?
Not much, man.
Well, man, this is the thing. So we saw over the last week or so, AEW, the controversy with MJF, and he no-showed a fan event over the weekend before Double or Nothing's allegedly some question about whether he would show up or not. I mean, this is it's a fantastic bit of business. Especially with the smart era, it's harder and harder to work people. But he's really pushing a lot of buttons, and then he comes on and does the promo yesterday. That's sort of a semi-worked shoot kind of thing against Tony Khan and the organization. How do you like the way this angle is shaping up, and what does it end up being?
Man, I don't. Gosh, if you fast forward to 2024, it might end up being that MJF heads over to WWE with a big old contract. I mean, that might be what it ends up. But over the weekend, yeah, it was a crazy story, especially fresh off the Naomi and Sasha story where they walked out. So it's like, all right, bring the same energy for MJF because he's no-showing an autograph session. And apparently over the weekend he missed a fan fest, and it was reported that he may or may not have gotten a flight out of, I guess, wherever they were doing the pay-per-view. So, they refunded money, and I don't know, it just makes it all feel very, very real. But, for months on the internet, MJF has been going crazy about his contract and how he's underpaid, and all that stuff might be real, but apparently they have come to some sort of agreement to where they're putting all this stuff out on television. So it's one thing for a talent to go out on these multiple radio programs, they get a lot of exposure and to air your grievances. But then, once you see it on the television program, especially in the capacity that we saw on Wednesday night on Dynamite, 100% of work. They've taken a shoot instance and turned it into a work to see if they can make money off of it. It makes me feel like that behind the scenes, they do have some sort of agreement. Maybe MJF did re-sign. I have no idea. But whatever's going on, I mean, every single bit of what we saw on television was approved, or else they would have just cut his mic off. It's kind of as simple as that. It's like shooting a guy off the ropes. Why would he come back? Well, why would a company let this guy sit here and trash the owner and all that kind of stuff over and over again if it wasn't some sort of work? So it is a work, but it is good. It's real good.
Yeah, that was
really hard to work the people because you have so much access now. I mean, you can go on WWE Network and watch them put a match together. I mean, WWE 3 weeks ago released that, hey, this is entertainment. There's storylines, and our entertainers have to play out those storylines, all that kind of stuff. So it's really hard to work the people. And I don't know that the people feel like that this is like real, but they like it because it feels real. And there was a whole lot of cussing involved in that promo too. I mean, it was like, were we watching TNT or HBO? I don't know. But lots of crazy stuff with that going on. But MJF is the best. And I can totally see, if he is being paid less than some of the others, even though he is one of the top draws. And it would be a little frustrating watching all these former WWE people come around you and make more money right off the jump when you helped launch that company. He made a comment that he was the number 2 highest viewed on the roster. Makes me feel like maybe only behind Chris Jericho, because at that one time he had peaked 1 million viewers, and Jericho was given credit for that, obviously. But, a lot of the stuff was absolutely real, and I think they believe it. And now it's been put out on television. So in whatever way you want to look at it, it's a part of the TV show now.
Yeah, that was probably one of the better promos I've seen in a very long time. Like, I'm still kind of new to AEW. It's so many. That's another follow-up question I have as well. So many freaking wrestlers over there that I don't really know. It's hard to keep up with who's who. But MJF's promo he cut, what was that last night, was absolutely incredible. Like one of the best I've ever seen.
It was. They're going to compare it to the pipe bomb just for obvious reasons.
Right.
And they're both very similar, but both very different, especially the day and age. I know the pipe bomb wasn't that long ago, but just imagine how technology and viewership and everything else has changed since even the pipe bomb. What was that, 10, 12 years ago or so?
Yeah, 12 years ago, somewhere in the neighborhood, yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, if there was a follow-up to the pipe bomb, that would be it. I mean, literally, when your boss says, here's the microphone, go out here and say all that stuff about me on television, it's like, whoa, really? Okay. I mean, yeah, he killed it. It was great.
When you look at the promo, you wonder if we all agreed pretty much that it was a work. That, you explained the reasons why it's probably a work. If that's the case, there's probably some type of feud or some type of storyline attached to it. And he said something yesterday about being the best in the world. We know that's something that CM Punk loves to say. CM Punk actually came out to the people in the live audience, saw CM Punk come out ringside after he made his rant. Does this look like it's something that's going to set up for a CM Punk, who's the new AEW champion, against MJF? Or do you think it's something where Tony Khan does kind of a, Vince, Steve Austin type thing going forward in the future?
Oh, that's a good one. We just did get the CM Punk MJF feud, and it looked like MJF kind of came out on top with that. Mm-hmm. So I think MJF should be in the tippy top of anything that they do over there. But with Punk running him off, even if it was, just to the live audience, they knew that was going to hit social media. So there's definitely something there. And CM Punk is the epitome of what MJF was talking about, an ex-WWE guy that comes in and instantly makes more money and kind of gets more credibility and everything right off the jump. If I was MJF, I would bottle that up. That's just me, but he's using that as motivation, and I don't blame him. I think CM Punk as the AEW World Champion sucks. It sucks, in my opinion, because they have such a great, talented roster that they built on their own. At least make Punk chase for it. At least make Punk earn it. It feels like Punk came in and got it so quick, and I saw a graphic from 10 years ago, him holding up one, WWE World Champion, 2 years later holding up the AEW World Champion. I don't like that. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe I'm not all in on Punk like I was 10 years ago. Maybe it's the gray in his beard while he's out there giving it his all against some of the best performers in the world. I'm just not seeing it, and I hope MJF dethrones CM Punk as part of the storyline, because what better way to cap off a promo like that than to beat their champion? Tony signed him to a big deal, brought him in, and then gave him the title. Well, know what? I'm taking it from him. There's just a really good story there. I'm just not all in on Punk like everybody else is. I think the younger, and that goes back to Memphis wrestling. I'm all about the younger talent getting theirs, and maybe this is where MJF will get hit.
What I think is pretty interesting, I think it's possible, and I don't know, I don't completely agree with you on CM Punk. I understand what you're saying, but
so you're in, you're all in on it.
I'm not all in, but I kind of get what they're doing. But by the same token, I don't think he needs the title. I think there's definitely more to it. I think you could do more with him without. So I think there's other guys that probably could use it more. I get that.
I think you could flip MJF as a babyface on accident here. I think that they could tell the story where Punk, every time Punk wins a title, he's against the company. So what if the fans do get behind MJF and say, you know what? You're right. He's not one
you
of
could,
us.
I mean, you
He's
could
not
pull
one
a,
of our guys.
you could pull a, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart thing from like 96 when Hart kind of was the fans' choice for just too long. And, Austin was a heel, but kind of started getting over because he was so cool and so good at it. And then next thing you know, I think you could definitely pull something like that in that situation.
And MJF, he slowly but surely turned the crowd. And I don't know that he did it on purpose, but the people started feeling – they went from doing a chant that I can't repeat on this radio program, telling him to shut up, to all of a sudden they're kind of stirring like, wow. I mean, if you listen to the crowd the whole time, they're kind of stirring like, wow, is he really saying all this stuff? And then before the end of it, they're cheering for him. They are like,
well, you're always going to get over. You're always going to get over when you go against the company. Like that's a big like fans are always marks for that kind of stuff. Like I don't care who you are. That's just a fun thing in wrestling. So when you do that, it's very rare that the fans are going to cheer for the company over you. Like it's like, oh yeah, this guy's going to. I wish I could. It's the classic Stone Cold situation. But the thing that's interesting, I don't know if it's because of the way wrestling is now or because of the advances in science or whatever. But like Punk is 43. Hulk Hogan was 43 when he was like right before he turned NWO in WCW, same age, and he felt like he was 1,000 years old. Like he felt like 43, and that was like 70. Yep. Like he's like Ric Flair is now, and Chris Jericho's 51 and still kind of doing his thing. Have we changed like what we expect from guys? Are guys just in better shape, taking better care of themselves? Why did Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage in their mid-40s seem like they were ancient, and a lot of these guys that are in their mid-40s seem like they're just normal guys?
It's the day and age that we live in, technology, diet, science. You didn't mention AJ Styles, who I think is either 50 or almost 50.
Yeah, AJ Styles is, absolutely. Phenomenal. Yeah, he's phenomenal. So, you're exactly right.
And looking at that, I'm not like Punk is still very, very good. Maybe it is the appearance with the gray in his beard, and I've said this on this program many times. I'm a body guy. I'm a visual. I buy with my eyes when I'm first buying, and then I get more into it when I hear and see what they do. But just looking at that Punk still can go, and he's still got it. But maybe it's just me, and I talk to the boys on Grind City Wrestling too. They kind of feel it as well, that he might just be, and it's okay to be one step behind, somebody like Jungle Boy or Scorpio Sky. These guys are so good. There's nothing wrong with that. But that might just mean that Punk might have to change his style just a little bit more. But to answer your question, yes. I mean, football, basketball, baseball, every single sport, they're playing longer, they're playing better. It's not all performance enhancing stuff. I know that some people would be thinking that right off the jump, but I mean, the diets, the workout routines, the way that the guys and gals live now. They were rock stars back in the day. Now they're not. They're being much more smarter with their money. You don't have all the booze and drugs and all that. It is funny though, like Arn Anderson, he's looked the same for his whole life. Jerry Lawler's another one. He looked like he was, 50 or something way back in the 90s.
When he was like 25. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys never change at all. But I can see when I'm watching Punk, and I'm a Punk fan. I like Punk. I don't want anybody to think that I'm hating on Punk. Man, if I run into him one day. But the game has changed, brother. He put me to sleep.
It is true. Yeah, it's no. I mean, the thing that it is, and I think with AEW especially, there's really pretty fine margins of performance. You know, you have a really high overall level of work that's done, and their style is pretty fast-paced, pretty impactful. It's a relatively strong style. Like there's no hiding in there with some of those guys. You know, WWE, you can kind of it's a little easier to hide some of the stuff with the way the work is. I think it's trickier in AEW. So I would agree that you might not notice in other organizations or in other work styles, but with AEW, I don't think they go out of their way to protect too many guys. I mean, even Sting out there, he's had to bump. Like he's even though he's in his early, he's jumping off balconies. Like they weren't just taking super care of. So I think that's part of it too, is that he's in a company that they're not going to protect him too much. I mean, they're going to put him out there. Those young guys are hungry. They want to show out.
Yeah, and I know that as soon as the right person standing across the ring from Punk, it'll show even more. You won't get that with MJF, though. MJF, even in his promo, said, "You don't see me doing all that stuff. You guys, literally, when you watch MJF, it's like Memphis wrestling style, punching and kicking and telling a story. You're not going to see, split leg moonsaults, dives off balconies, and all that kind of stuff, unless there's a story that's mixed in it. Really, MJF's going to stay on his feet. He's going to listen to the people and make them cheer or boo. It's just old Southern style wrestling is basically what that is. Whereas on the other side, especially, man, wait till Forbidden Door when New Japan versus AEW. There is no telling how many guys are going to get dumped on their head and how many flips and all that kind of stuff, because that's just the style. And you watch WWE, I like the WWE style. I mean, even AJ Styles going from Impact and New Japan. Rob Van Dam was a perfect example back in the day too, with all the crazy, aerial offensive moves that he had, and he had to tame those down, and it still worked. It made him a major star in WWE as well. There's just major differences in the way that these guys and gals work, but then also, what they're allowed to say and do is totally different. So we can't really complain about the car crash style or the cussing that they do on the program, because they're branded themselves. That's what they are. They're an edgier alternative to WWE. I like that part of it. But everything, the styles are totally different from AEW to WWE.
You made me think about. Real fast. That just made me think about how much I would enjoy MJF as in old school Memphis wrestling. Like he would have been every Saturday morning to come out and cut that promo with Lance and Dave, and just the small crowd. He would have been fighting with those. If anybody ever was perfect for Memphis wrestling, it's MJF.
Yeah, totally.
All right,
piggybacking on what I was saying earlier with MJF, he made comments about paying the WWE guys, and he's not getting paid. Do you think that AEW is kind of making the WWE's problem their problem by just having too many guys on the roster? Like, there are a ton of guys, and they're focusing. It seems like they are focusing a lot more on getting those guys in. And I know there was a work, but what he's saying is real. Like, it does seem like there are too many guys in AEW right now. Do you feel like they're making
very, very real. It's very, very real, the things that he said, and I can promise you that a lot of people in the locker room kind of feel that same way, even though they're not allowed to say it. If you go through, and I don't have any notes in front of me, I'm just thinking right off the top of my head, and I like all these wrestlers and stuff, but you've got, Mark Henry, Big Show, Athena the other day debuting at the same time as the other guy on the pay-per-view. I thought it was just a throwaway. You also have Ruby Soho, Christian, Miro to a certain extent. There are so many ex-WWE guys and girls that come in and they make the big pop, and then they just kind of go by the wayside, so to speak. So if they do a Ring of Honor and have a whole different brand to where that roster goes over there, it would definitely clear it up a little bit for everybody to have a little bit more TV time. But it's true, man. They hire the people, they bring them in, and they're paying them more, and there's people in the locker room, and some don't say it and some do. And obviously MJF did, and then now it's all turned into a storyline, but it could become it's literally the same problem that WWE had it and didn't have anything to do with everybody. I'm thinking about the long-term thing here is MJF, the ultimate end game, I think would be to go to WWE. And so I don't know if AEW can do anything to change it. I'm talking about like real life. Like if this is real life and Tony has his biggest star that really wants to leave, when 2024 rolls around, he could still leave regardless of how much stock you put in him or how much you try to get him to stay.
So let me ask you this. I don't like, we all enjoy, the business and all that. And there's stuff that you talk about, and then there's stuff that you kind of want to, keep behind the scenes to an extent. I mean, I think the curtain is peeled back a lot more than it used to be for sure on a lot of this stuff. But I'm curious when you're trying to skirt the line between shoot or real and work, and you've got a situation where you have two people who genuinely do not like each other. Everybody knows that no matter what work environment you're in, whether you're a wrestler, whether you're an accountant or a doctor or whatever, you're going to have some people at your job you don't like. That's just part of the gig. That's any situation. So when wrestling's no different. But when you have an angle that's sort of playing off of some of that, or when you have those guys interacting in the ring or outside the ring, have you had situations as a booker or an organizer where you have to, work and you've put angles together knowing that guys might really have an issue with each other, and has it boiled over? How do you handle those kinds of situations?
Happens all the time. It could be something as simple as one guy wants to do something and the other guy didn't, and now all of a sudden they kind of have a little beef, and then you don't find out about it till you kind of wrote this storyline in this angle, and then you find out they've got a problem with each other. And so I've been there. I've had to wrestle people that I absolutely have major problem with. And some of it's like fresh. Like I freshly don't like you, which makes it even worse. And so at that point, you just have to be a professional. And so being a promoter or a booker, I know it's easier said than done, but it's kind of like you got to talk to them and say, hey, look, man, here's what we're doing, and we're doing it on television, and this is what's in it for you, and this is what's in it for you, and here's what's in it for the company as far as the business is concerned. I need you to go do this. And I would say 9 times out of 10, they're cool. The ones that are probably not the coolest are like the old school guys who no matter what you say or do, they're just never going to do what you want. That's just ingrained in them. But yeah, there's absolutely been a lot of those issues. And sometimes you don't even know who, what, when, where, how. And a lot of times I don't even care. It's there's no gray area. It's like, we need you to do this, and here's why. And then if they say no, then there's a whole other thing there, because it's like, okay, one of my favorite things is I don't like that. I'm not doing that. Okay, well, what's your idea? I don't know, but it's not that. Well, my idea is better than yours if you don't have one. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, you'd be surprised, man. All the time, guys have problems with each other.
Oh man, that seems so wild. I get it. That's what I said.
I told a guy one time. We had a little bit of a disagreement. I've got the experience on him, so I really, honestly don't care what his idea is, but I'm listening. And so when it came down to it, I said, okay, well, we'll just go out there and see who wins. And I walked away. And so up until we got to the curtain, it was kind of like, we're just going to go out there and see who wins. That's what I said. And then all of a sudden it was, well, hey, maybe we should do this. I'm like, that sounds like a better idea than going out there and doing that. So I'll see you out there, buddy. That's kind of how it went. So you call their bluff sometimes,
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure it out. That's the one you gotta figure it out, man. You can't go out there and just be freelancing it. That's tough. That's tough out there. That's
gotta be a professional.
Speaking of professional, you guys have some great stuff coming up. Been really enjoying the product. What's happening? What's happening this weekend? And how did things go over the weekend with the taping?
Oh, Sunday was cram-packed, man. Buff Bagwell, Mads Kruger, man, they just awesome. Zicky Dice was there, had a packed house at the Wrestle Center, another great taping. Our next taping for TV is June the 12th. It's the Women's Gauntlet for Gold 2, where we're going to crown our next Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. So those tickets are on sale right now. They are selling really fast, too, especially with just a couple weeks away. So championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. On Saturday night this week, Zoo Rendezvous returns. So Memphis Wrestling is going to have matches out at Zoo Rendezvous. You can get your tickets at memphiszoo.org. And then on Saturday's show, I don't know if you guys saw, last week the gun show went one-on-one, or so we thought, with Lance Archer. And Mike Anthony turned in his Cobra Cup and took the title. So we have a new Memphis Heritage champion. He'll be on the program on Saturday. He's also in action against Uncle Mikey at the Memphis Zoo. So congratulations to Mike Anthony, regardless of how he did it. He is the new Memphis Heritage champion. And, of course, on Sunday, we're going to be out at Dave & Buster's for our free Hell in a Cell watch party. Or should I say, Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Hey, I can't wait to be out at the zoo. How freaking cool is that going to be for the first time?
I was out there. I was out there this week, earlier this week. I'm trying to figure out where are you guys setting up?
So when you walk in the front gates of the zoo, you'll see the wrestling ring.
Oh, so you're right there in the.
We are right in front of the little restaurant in the front.
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's like where they set up like the bands and stuff.
It.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
And it went away for 2 years. Went away for 2 years because of the pandemic. 37th annual Zoo Rendezvous. Really, really cool stuff. And all of us most of us grew up in the city of Memphis. So having an event at the zoo and to be a part of it, that's just. And for lack of a better term, it's just super cool, man. I cannot wait to do it. So that's on Saturday.
I think that's
rocking and rolling, baby.
Well, the zoo is we are blessed to have a phenomenal zoo in the city. I mean, we really do. It's a big time zoo for a city like Memphis to have. So, man, you go there and I can't wait. I can't wait to see the pictures. I can't wait to see what happens, man. Y'all are going to tear it up. That's going to be fun.
We'll be hosting like on social media. So I know Terrence Ward, who is our ring announcer, he does a lot of various things for Memphis Wrestling. So he's going to be out there hosting social media. So those of you who are not going to be at Zoo Rendezvous, you'll be able to see a little bit of the wrestling action and some behind the scenes stuff. So lots of fun. Those tickets are at memphiszoo.org, and all the other tickets are at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Dude, we are about to do some big things. Here in a couple weeks, I'll have a huge announcement for you that you guys are really, really going to love. And I can't
the announcements have been they've been getting bigger and bigger, man. I'll just tell you that they've been getting bigger and bigger. So I can't wait.
Me either. Oh yeah.
Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen. He is Dustin Starr. Thanks, Dustin. We'll talk.
Thank you, guys.
Next week. Enjoy Zoo Rendezvous. Can't wait to see how that plays out. We'll come back. I want to talk a little bit about Lester and see if Anthony Saints come up with a favorite Lester moment.
No, I don't have one.
I'll give you all a break, Anthony, if you want to think about it. Maybe Darian's got one. I don't know. It's fascinating. We'll talk about that and what happens with him and what happens with the Tigers as well. So we'll do all that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
Yes.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line, 360-8255, 360-8255.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Witten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Juicy Seafood in South Haven at 775 Goodman is your next destination. Incredible seafood and a great bar as well. Happy hour daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Great beer specials. Buy two, get one free. A bucket special of beers is just $18. Happy hour cocktails Monday through Thursday, 2 to 6 p.m. Buy one, get one half off all liquor. Wine specials daily from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. $4 and up. The feeling as you walk in is fun. It's like being on a cruise ship without the water. It's great for the whole family. Nice and intimate with real hand staff and great service. So if you're looking for some great fresh Gulf seafood, they got it at Juicy Seafood in South Haven. Great for guys and gals night out to watch the game or that overdue date night. Great shrimp and oysters from the Gulf, Alaskan crab legs, fresh lobster, awesome signature dishes like Mississippi farm-raised catfish, and seafood bread made from scratch topped with crab and shrimp and cheese. For the kids, you got chicken tenders and fried shrimp, so you can't go wrong. Bring your seafood appetite to Juicy Seafood at 775 Goodman in South Haven.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code EARN. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a $5 bonus.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheimer for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. It's our 34th anniversary at Sunrise, and we're celebrating with a sale and savings that are bigger than ever. Over 600 new and used cars and trucks to choose from with huge Sunrise savings. See the entire inventory at sunrisememphis.com. Hundreds of pre-owned vehicles with a lot specializing in cars and trucks under $10,000. Credit not so hot? It's okay. At Sunrise, we specialize in secondary credit and have financing for everyone. New cars and trucks aren't free, but at least they're affordable at the 34th anniversary sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington, Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. And once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Yeah! Welcome back, hour number 2. As we continue here on the program, NBA Finals time. Can I tell you what? You're running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You're running out of time. I'm trying to give you some special stuff that's happening. Anthony saying I'm trying my best to give you a chance to make some serious money. I'm talking about referring a friend on FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the 75th NBA Finals. They start tonight. And so you got just a few hours to celebrate 75 years of the NBA and get the $75 referral bonus that is on display right now. As a matter of fact, you get that opportunity. You'll get and give $75 in site credit when you invite friends to join America's #1 sportsbook. Here's how it works. Invite your friends from the app. Make sure they sign up with your referral link. And as soon as your friend makes any bet of at least $10, you'll both get a bonus. Offer ends when Game 1 of the NBA Finals tips off. That is tonight, about 8 o'clock our time. So you've got roughly 5.5 hours to take care of this. Don't miss out. Don't miss your chance to bet the finals with a bonus. And if you're new to FanDuel, you could sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to get free bets after your first bet. That's promo code BIGHEAD. You get it, and you can get yourself $75, and so can your friend. It's super easy, but it's got to be done today. Head over to the FanDuel Sportsbook app and invite your friends today to get your $75 Sportsbook credit. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Referred players must wager $10 or more within 28 days after signing up. Limit 10 referrals. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires after 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. All right, Anthony Sane, Lester Quinones. What happens with Lester in the NBA? He's certainly not going to be drafted in the first round. Mm-hmm. He certainly could be drafted maybe late second round, although I don't think I've seen too many mocks with him in there.
I haven't seen any.
So what is this just a case of, hey, it's not like coming back to school. It's going to be any better for him. Is that kind of what we're looking at here? Like, where he and his dad and representatives are saying, look, this is as good as it's going to get. We might as well go ahead and start making some money off this.
Yeah, I could see it being a situation like that. I wouldn't rule out him getting picked in the second round. Because at the end of the day, he's the guy that's, he's about 6'5", 6'6". He can defend a little bit. He can knock down shots. He kind of reminds me of, I could see him not getting the buzz like he got. But what's the kid's name from Houston? They kind of have similar upside as far as a guy, you could just kind of have on your bench that could come in, play a little D, knock some threes. The kid last year that got drafted by the Knicks. Can't think for nothing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can see a team taking a flyer on less than the second round, being a guy that you could probably do with 2A or something like that with. Sometimes guys just realize, like you said, that their stock isn't going to get any higher by staying in college, and I might as well go try to play ball somewhere, whether it's, getting a 2-way somewhere or playing overseas or, looks like he's just ready to be a professional. I can't.
So then you had mentioned it earlier. What happens now for the Tigers?
It's going to be tough,
man. Is it just as simple as going to get that transfer, that kid, the Carolina kid transfer? You got to go. He's cut his teams down to 5. Memphis is among them. There's a lot of minutes that have opened up.
Yeah, because you lost you have a starting shooting guard and small forward position pretty much open with Lester being gone. You already need to get one more player probably to solidify that roster. I can see the North Carolina kid, but I still think you need one more. But yeah, let's hope we get the kid from North Carolina for sure. Because if not, it's I'm not gonna act like I'm aware of what all is in the portal, but at this point, it seems like just looking at time, it seems like it can't be an abundance of guys there. I mean, because but it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough to figure that out. With Lester not coming back next year, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough to figure that out.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like, I think ultimately, his skill level is not going to change. I don't think. I would agree that whatever happens for him this year is the same thing that would have happened next year in the draft. I don't think there was any scenario where he's already 22. So 23-year-old Lester Quinones in the draft next year is going to make a big state. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the absolute best case scenario I could have possibly come up with would be just sneaking his way into the back end of the first round if he had a monster season, which I don't think he was going to have a monster season.
Yeah. His numbers probably would increase because his role would increase with this year's team, but not to the point where some team's going to be.
Yeah, but he's not. But that's not his game. Is not. He's not a volume shooter. He's not a guy that's going to just go and grab tons and tons of shots. He can catch and shoot. He's corner 3-point, all that stuff. But he's not a guy that was going to take 20, 25 shots a game. That's not really his game. Determined defender. I definitely can see him jumping on in a G League form and kind of earning his way into the mix. He's a hard-nosed defender. Got good offensive game. I think it's I think it's the right decision for him to make, even though it's a little unusual, because there's no upside unless we're talking about a major NIL situation, and I don't know what that's going to look like for him. But unless you're talking about a major NIL situation, I think he's gonna. It's time for him to start making money playing basketball.
Yeah, I agree. I'm selfishly, I would love to see him come back because, like I said, I do think this could be a very good Tiger team if he's a part of it. But, Penny said he wanted a new team. It's gonna be really gonna be new. But the only guy who actually was of impact last year is DeAndre. Who you look? I mean, you don't know what Alo is gonna do. I don't think Alo is gonna play this year. But
you say you would love to see him back. What's your favorite play? Kenyonis.
I ain't got nothing. I watch every Grizzly game. There's a lot of dudes in the Grizzlies. I can't tell you my favorite play.
You were so sentimental, but I would love to see the kid back.
I know what he does. I know he knocks down shots that he can defend.
I just love that.
Y'all know I think college basketball is crap. I ain't gonna hide that from you.
Love this guy. He's special kid.
I can't tell you a favorite D'Anthony Melton.
He's one of my
play.
favorite. One of my favorite guys.
I can't tell you a favorite Zaire Williams play, but I know. I know he's good.
You saw him in that corner.
Yeah, corner threes. I can remember him knocking down a corner three. That's about it. They all pretty much look the same.
Do you are you gonna miss him?
Who, Lester? I don't care about college basketball enough to miss any of these dudes.
Man, are you listening to University of Memphis? Are you listening to what's happened to once proud Tiger Anthony Sane, who now
it ain't my fault.
Could not care less about what's going on? Who can barely muster up even a tiny bit of concern about Lester Quinones one way or the other?
I've been to so many consecutive Memphis Madness, been hyped and came out there and seen this rubbish for the last few years. It ain't my fault, man.
Don't forget you owe Pepper a call and say, why are we even doing this?
Pepper already knows what's
up. Oh, okay.
Well,
Pepper
it is a good question.
Pepper said he was going to call us, and that's just what we thought about Memphis Madness. We never got that phone call.
Yeah, I think he kind of knew what how that phone call would go. So I think he probably said, I don't think I need to make that phone call. I think I kind of figured out what they're going to say, and he's right to be a little bit skeptical about all that. I don't know, man. I think it's understandable, but again, at this stage of the game, all the eggs have got to be in that Kerwin Walton basket. And Walton's an interesting cat. He could be. He was a super talented guy. Good size, 6'5", 200 plus, physically good dude. But just kind of fell out with Hubert Davis for whatever reason. He started the season, looked like he was going to be in the mix. And North Carolina kind of started off a little iffy this year. And he kind of fell out of favor, really had a real bad game against Tennessee. In that game, they lost by nearly 20 points to Tennessee. He played 24 minutes, did not score in those 24 minutes, 0 for 4. And from that point on, it seemed like Hubert Davis kind of lost the faith in him. And, he really never played more than 18 minutes in any game at that point. The more he played, seemed like the worse that Carolina did. And, he had come off of a pretty good year, but, he averaged just 3 points a game, shooting 37% from the field, 35% from three, but not a ton of attempts. But, I mean, certainly a talent. I mean, no question about it. And if you look at the way that things went for him, in his freshman year, 21 points, 21 minutes a game, 8 points, 42% 3-point shooter in his freshman year. So that stuff is good. And as I said, he's got the talent to do it. So it's just a matter of, can he actually use that talent and would he be that guy? I don't know. I don't know which one is it? Is it last year's Kerwin or is it freshman year Kerwin that you're getting? That I don't know, but he's a talented dude, and I don't know that you have a whole lot more options out there.
Not really of guys who can come in and impact. Whenever I see
your smiling face, I'd like to smile myself.
I'm gonna try to make sense of this. Whenever I see a kid who's like his list, because his list is Texas Tech, Clemson, Oklahoma, Memphis, Kansas State. whenever I see Memphis up there with a bunch of schools that don't really make sense, where we're the oddball team, it makes me feel like we're getting the player. I don't know if that makes any sense to y'all. Like these other teams are like regionally pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
You know the conference situations are pretty. And then when you see Memphis in there, it makes me think Memphis is. If we're in an odd list like that, it makes me think that we're the favorite.
Kind of like Kendrick Davis when he had Gonzaga and
yeah,
all those type
and then
of
he's
schools
like in Memphis, like yeah, he's
in
going
Memphis,
to
yeah.
It just makes me feel like they're coming here. Whenever you see something.
Here, my other question is, why do we need lists?
Yeah, just pick your school.
Just pick the school. Like, why do I need to know? Like, I've got it down to 7. Like, does he just randomly pick the 7 or 5 or like? What? I don't understand that. Like,
it's for the kids.
Just go to the school.
Right.
It's for the kids, y'all. That's us being adults. That's for the kids.
Got a text from Isaac Simpson, who comes on with Johnny once a week as well. He said that Memphis recruited this kid in high school too, so they're already super familiar with him. So there's that.
You know,
he's got he's got the size. You could see what Penny would see in him. So it make that part makes sense. Just a matter of which guy are you getting and why did he sort of fade? What was the reason behind it? And why did North Carolina get better when he played less? Mm-hmm. Weird situation. I would say for him. But anyway, we'll see. Got to get somebody. Got to get somebody with Lester out because you got to fill those minutes. It's a lot of minutes. A lot of.
There goes that man.
Not him, please. All right. When we come back, we'll talk a little NBA Finals here on the program. This is Grindtime.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on Sports 56. Real sports talk.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Here you go, Sane.
I'm out. Head hurt too bad.
I know. Sane's... Normally he's up dancing to this thing. He's having a rough go. Hope you're all right, man.
Might be pulling the Jeff Van Gundy. Who knows?
Wait, did Rob Fisher give you COVID
through the mic?
Just by talking to him on the phone? Do you think you?
Hey, they say it's super. What's the word? Is it super
contagious?
Contagious. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. That's, yeah. I hope you don't have it. Now, let's talk tonight. Celtics Warriors tip off just after 8:00. The Warriors at home, 3.5 point favorite tonight, and it was not guaranteed that they get back to this point with the injuries and everything else. But the way that Klay Thompson has jumped back in the mix, Draymond Green doing his thing, Steph Curry, they look a lot like themselves. I don't know. I'm a little sick of seeing it. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I respect what they've done, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It's same old. And I for that reason, I don't necessarily love to pull for the Celtics, but I hope the Celtics win. I like to see something different. So I'm pulling for the Celtics. I don't think they're going to win, though.
I think the Warriors are going to win. I'm pulling for my boy Tatum. You know that. But I think the Warriors are going to win. And here's my timeline of the Warriors. I hated them when they were the team on the come up, when the Grizzlies were grit and grind, and we would kind of take their lunch money and kind of, we had like a streak where we won like I think 7 or 8 straight games against them. Like we were constantly beating that young Warriors team. So I hated them when they were coming up and they started kicking the bullies back in the mouth. Despised them when they had KD. Like literally would not watch the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even want to watch this stuff. Like I don't want to watch this. But now. It's a heck of a redemption story, man. For them to lose KD, fall off for the last couple of years, and then come back, and this is what they are. Back in the finals again without Kevin Durant. You got to give them props, man. You're talking about one of the great dynasties in NBA history, and they got chances to do that. I'm not mad. Because Boston is good, but their roster just seems so buddy to me, man. Like, they're good, but, like, I'm good on Boston. I'm not a hater, man. The Warriors are good, so give them folks their props.
I mean, I think they're both good. I think they both deserve credit for the way they've handled it. Although Boston could have, there's so many more things that could have happened and taken Boston to an even higher level. But I mean, they both have got performances from guys that are maybe surprising. Al Horford for the Celtics has been so important, in spite of the fact that he was a non-entity for a while, and just kind of thought, oh, he's too old, or no, he's not really involved, and he's been absolutely great for them. And then for the Warriors, man, as much as we talk about, Steph, Clay, Draymond, obviously they're hugely important, so you would understand why people talk about them. I think Andrew Wiggins has been a major contributor for them in the postseason. His defensive ability, his ability to be so versatile, and then he's come up big offensively in the few moments that they've had some issues. That was a risky move to go and get him in that contract that looked like absolute garbage. And I do have to give him credit. I don't know if to whom you give the credit to Wiggins or to the coaching staff or whoever, but that's made a huge difference for them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
For sure. I hope your head feels better,
man. Yeah, I've been jacked up, man. But
we're gonna get you right.
Who you got? You got the Warriors winning tonight.
We're gonna get you right.
Game 1 at home. They win.
I got the Warriors winning tonight. Got the Warriors winning the series. But I think it's gonna be. I'll give them in 7. I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big time.
We'll see.
Coming up next, I already see our good friend Brett Norsworthy in the house. It is sports time. Taking you all the way up to 6 o'clock. Y'all be safe out there and have a good one.